Damn, what was I miss? Oh. We talked about the Rams, but we didn't even talk about the Bears. We gotta talk about the Bears.
Well, Justin Fields didn't play.
I know.
He got that one little read option. That was it, pretty much.
That was it. But they need to start him. I'm different. Okay, when it comes to the Patriots, I'm like, start Cam. But when it comes to Chicago, I'm like, we never nobody have ever had faith in Andy Dalton.
Yeah, I'll take Cam Newton over Andy Dalton any day. That's different.
You start Fields. To be honest, that game could have been closer if Fields was playing.
I think it would have been closer if he was playing.
Because he looked good the time that he was on the field.
Yeah, he went 2 for 2, 10 yards.
I think, did he get a TD or
He got a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, he got a TD. So, I don't know what are we doing. Do you guys just want to... I don't think Bears fans just want to collect L's just to collect L's.
Well, Matt Nagy said that he signed... because they signed Andy Dalton, they were at least going to let him start week 1. So we should see now. I wouldn't still start him, personally.
But you're almost kind of tanking, but not really tanking, because through the first half, Andy Dalton showed us nothing that could have potentially brought him back and win him the game.
Yeah, I mean, he had 200 passing yards, but...
So it's
it wasn't like that 200 was leading him to wins. The score was 34-14.
Exactly. So it's are you playing to win the game, or are you playing to do this experiment with a quarterback that's been in the league for a decade, and we know he's not a great quarterback nor a good quarterback, rather than you have your first rounder standing there on the sideline looking super ready and prepared. I'm sure Justin Fields...
He got one of the only touchdowns.
Yeah, exactly. And he scored the 2 times that he's in. So, after that, I would have just be like, all right, I guess that just settles my fate here as a coach. He's the only one person who can score.
Matt Nagy is a horrible coach, so... As a head coach, at least.
Hey.
He's a great offensive coordinator, but a terrible head coach.
It's frustrating because, anybody watching the game, you don't have to be a Chicago Bears fan at all. And you could just be like, put that man in the field.
I don't know why Justin Fields wasn't starting. I give it to week 3. If he's not starting week 3, Matt Nagy's getting fired. There's no way that he's going to keep this job throughout the season if he doesn't start Justin Fields.
I give it to the next game by the half. The next game by the half, if Andy don't look good or don't look like he can win the game, start Justin Fields.
I don't care if Andy Dalton if they start Andy Dalton next week and he come out and throw for 403 touchdowns.
Right, because we know that Andy Dalton can be very inconsistent.
Yeah, if you don't put Justin Fields in, what is Matt Nagy doing?
Exactly, and also the team is young, the aura is young. Usually, with a younger quarterback in, it almost feel like it can lift the team up. The team feel more energetic.
Yeah,
you put Andy Dalton in, it's just an old 30-year-old man that's,
some 33-year-old wash QB.
Yeah.
You're not gonna pump us up to win. Justin Fields gonna try to,
And I don't want to pull the race into this, but all your running backs black, your receivers are black. You got a black quarterback standing out there.
Oh my gosh.
If Justin Fields comes on, they're gonna be like, all right, man, bro, I'm going.
Not necessarily.
Come on, man.
People like playing. No, not A-Rod. People hate playing with A-Rod.
No.
I think with a white quarterback, people don't like playing with Ben. Tom Brady.
No, but
all his receivers are black.
But I'm just saying they're just younger. They'll understand them more.
They identify with each other more than fucking ginger ass Randy Dalton.
Right, and they'll probably get on that field like, man, what? Why is coach not putting in Justin? We all been playing sports and we know players talk.
For sure they're thinking that.
Right.
We know they're thinking that. They're like, man, why is Andy Dalton in here?
Right.
Well, so we just wasted this 4th pick or whenever the fuck they.
But if you're watching the game, you can just analyze the communications that Dalton has between the players and the coaches, and the communication is just not there. It almost seems like they're not really into him. And it looked different with Justin on the field.
Well, I mean, I've been saying that I think he lost the locker room already, Matt Nagy. He's been lost that locker room like a season ago, so he should have been fired. So, I mean, like I said, it's only... Either way, I think he's gone this season.
Yeah.
I think he knows that. I think that's why he don't really care. That's why he's doing this.
Man.
Because I think the only way...
That's a horrible coach.
The only way Matt Nagy keeps his job this season is if the Bears go to the playoffs, and
Yeah.
I could still see him losing his job then.
But you got, I guess coming out of the division, you can, because that division is always a dark horse.
No, this division, if the Packers keep playing like how they played this week, this division is up for grabs.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Because Minnesota, I don't know, my team, we got Kirk Cousins, that's all I'm going to say. It is what it is.
I have no faith in Kirk.
0. Can we sign Cam? I mean, I'd rather have Cam start. I mean, if Washington isn't going to sign Cam because I don't know who knows what, because they need a quarterback. They're the only team that needs a quarterback. And if they don't want to sign Cam, we can use Cam. Because Kirk, I'm sorry, but man, Kirk. Yeah.
Well, you know the same thing. You know what you're gonna get from Kirk. I mean, he's better than Andy Dalton, but you know what you're gonna get from Kirk Cousins.
Nothing.
Kirk Cousins almost took you to an NFC Championship.
You're gonna get a whole lot of empty stats.
That's not true because Kirk Cousins could win playoff games. Andy Dalton has never won a playoff game.
That's true.
Kirk Cousins has at least 2 playoff wins.
And then Detroit. Well, I mean, Detroit's probably gonna
Detroit
end up
is
last.
a wash. They
Detroit's
try to go. They don't fuck around. Go 0-16.
Yeah.
Because they got destroyed by a 49ers team who was still struggling with injuries that lost two players. Well, most.
But I take that back. I take that back. I totally forgot the division that we're in. It's not a dark horse. It's Green Bay or Minnesota division. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was kind of confusing it with the Philadelphia. But no, we don't. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be a realistic fan. We don't. The only chance we have is releasing Kirk Cousins or not signing him back again.